We're gonna read, where are the night animals? Where are the night animals?
Where's the tiger animal?
Where are the night animals?
Where's the tiger animal? Where are the... Hey, wait.
Where are the night animals? The summer moon rises over the hill. A lone coyote howls. It sniffs the air. Then it begins its nightly hunting route. With the coyote gone, a skunk scouts out from its den in a log. Another skunk appears. The two romp, squeaking and squealing. So look. So here we see the summer moon rises over the hill, and a lone coyote, this is a coyote, sniffs the air. Then it begins its nightly hunting route. So it's gonna begin its nightly hunting route. So that means a coyote is a nocturnal animal. And then we see a skunk scouts out from its den in a log. So look, the skunk scouts out of its den in the log. So that means the skunk is a nocturnal animal. Another skunk appears. The two romp, squeaking and squealing. So there's two skunks and one coyote. So the moon is coming up. So that means these are nocturnal animals. So far we said coyote and the skunk.
It's going to smell really bad.
They don't see the harvest mice scramping among the falling branches, but a watchful barn of owls. It hoots and goes back to eating a gumper. So look, an owl. So look, a big owl. So the owl is eating. So the owl is nocturnal. Yes. So the owl is nocturnal. Yep, because it's in the book. Yes, the owl is nocturnal. Yes. The sound of the owl settles, and opposite munching berries, she and her babies duck into the underbush. They cautiously she waddles to the pond for a drink. So look, these are possums. So look, the sound of the owl startles the possum munching on berries. So the sound of the owl scares the possums munching on berries. So look, these are the mommy possum and her babies. There's 1, 2, 3 babies. So she has the babies on the back. She and her babies duck. So they get. Oh yes, okay, yes.
No, they're 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So they get a little scared from the sounds that they hear. So they duck into a bush. And then the mom cautiously waddles to the pond for a drink. They go very slowly. Cautiously, it means very slowly. And they go for water. They go to get water at the pond. In the muddy water, a raccoon feels around for crayfish and snails. Above, a male tree frog calls to a female tree frog, creak, creak. So look, we see a raccoon that's searching for snail and fish. So raccoon is nocturnal. We see the raccoon over here, and the frog. The frog's awake as well. So the frog is nocturnal. So look, the raccoon is searching for food. It's searching for snails and fish. And then we see the frog over here. So far we saw the coyote, the skunk, the possum, the raccoon, the frog are all nocturnal. Yeah. Okay. So raccoon is eating and then the frogs. A shadow passes over the frog. A little brown bat dips and dives to snatch moths and mosquitoes from the air. By dawn, it has eaten 1/4 of its weight in insects. The sun rises. The animals retreat to their homes. The day belongs to others. So look. So then the shadow passes over the frog, and a little brown bat dips and dives to snatch moths. So look, we see the bats. So the bats are also nocturnal. So bats are nocturnal. So the bat is searching for mosquitoes in the air. By dawn, it has eaten 1/4 of its weight. So then the sun rises, and the bats go back into their homes because the bats are nocturnal. So that means they have to sleep during the day. So right now the bats are catching food to eat, and then the sun is beginning to rise. So they're gonna go back to their homes to sleep. Some animals are more active during the day. They're called diurnal. Animals that are more active at night are called nocturnal. They have adapted to life in the dark. We never see most of these animals. They are hidden during the day when we are awake. So look, the sun is starting to rise, and those animals are starting to go to sleep because they sleep during the day and they come out at night. So we don't see them often because we are sleeping. With few people around after sunset, the coyote feels safe to crawl out of its den. So look, the coyote, it yips and howls from far off. Another coyote answers. A skunk peeps out of its den and sees a beetle. It bounds toward the insect. The skunk's black and white fur blends in with the dark night. Many night creatures are black or gray. These colors make it hard for the enemies to see them. The coyote does not see the skunk, but its sensitive nose smells it. The coyote moves too close, and the skunk sprays it in the face with foul-smelling oily liquid. With a yippee, the coyote runs away. So look, so now this is the coyote. It's coming out of its den because the sun is setting and it is nighttime. So the coyote is coming out of its den and it howls for other. Yeah, and it's howling. Yeah, no, it's a coyote. It says coyote. And it. We'll see. We'll get there. So it's saying this is a coyote and it's howling for other coyotes to answer. And then the skunk peeps out of its den and it's trying to find food to eat. And the skunk is black and white. So many nocturnal animals are either the colors black or gray. So many nocturnal animals are either black or gray. This is because it's hard for their enemies to see them. So if they're black or gray, their enemies won't be able to find them. So look, we have the coyote here, we have the skunk here.
But it looks like a mountain.
Yeah, and maybe they're in a big tall mountain. Maybe they're in a big tall mountain.
Or maybe that is a floor.
Look, let's see. The harvest mice in the grass ignore the sharp odor. They scurry around looking for seeds. So mice are also nocturnal animals. Their whiskers and fur help them feel their way in the dark. Their shrill squeaks to each other are hard for humans to hear, but not for the barn owl, who is wide awake and listening. The owl scoops down from its perch, like all barn owls. One of its ears is lower than the other. It helps the owl find the source of the squeaks. Its extra large eyes guide its attack. The owl snatches up a mouse in its sharp claws. Then it lands on the grapevines that ramble over a fence. So look, this is a big owl. Look at the big owl with its big.
White and yellow.
Yeah, it's yellow and it has. Yeah.
It looks like a fairy owl.
Yeah, he has big feathers. He has huge feathers.
Big feathers.
Yeah, and look, we
Look,
see.
it's like a fairy with a mouse.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah, so look, there's also mice. So these are mice. And they scurry looking for seeds. So the mouse are looking for seeds to eat. So the whiskers and fur help them feel the way in the dark. So their whiskers and fur help the mice find their way in the dark. The squirrel squeaks to each other are hard for humans to hear. So then look, the owl scoops down from its perch. So look, the owl is coming down, look, to search for food to eat. Look how big this owl is. Look how big its feathers are. Look how big its feathers are. And how big this owl is. And then we learned that, like all barn owls, one of its ears is lower than the other, so it could hear. It could hear very well, the owl.
Yeah, I know it.
Let's see what we see now. The possum family is feasting on the grapes. So look, the possum family is feasting on grapes. Possums cannot run quickly to escape their enemies, such as coyotes. They must look for food while under the covers of darkness. An anxious baby possum sees the owl and tumbles from its mother's back. It lands beside the pond, unhurt, and climbs back to safety. So look, these are possums. So they can't run very fast. So possums cannot run very fast. They're very slow.
I don't want to invent.
Yeah.
Like a hamster.
Yeah, they run very slow. Mhm.
We have one, 5.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so look, they're eating grapes. And they can't run very fast, so they have to be careful. And they have to hide very well from the owls. So because they can't run very fast. So possums are another nocturnal animal. The raccoon comes to the pond every night. Many nocturnal animals are creatures of habit. Visiting the same spot each night makes it easier for them to travel in the dark. The raccoon snatches a crayfish from the pond. Then it dashes off with its meal through some seeds. So look, we see a raccoon. Yeah, so the raccoon is searching for food. So look, it caught some fish. It caught a fish, look. The raccoon, you think he's gonna eat the fish? So look, the raccoon is eating the fish.
How he ate the food like this?
Yeah, he caught the fish and he's gonna eat the fish. Uh-huh.
What? Oh, he made it like this.
The tree frog leaps out of the reeds and lands on an oak tree. This small frog is an amphibian. Amphibians breathe through their lungs and skin. If they were active during the day, the hot sun would dry out their skin and they will die. Night air is cooler and moist. So isn't that interesting what we learned? So it's saying that this is a tree frog and it's called an amphibian. So that means it breathes through its lungs and skin. So the frog breathes through its lungs and skin. So if the frog was awake during the day, the sun would dry its skin. So that's why the cool air is better for the frog. So the cool air is better for the frog. Let's see over here. The little brown bat darts in and out of the oak twisted branches. Click, click. The bat is making noises to help it navigate and find its food. The sounds bounce off objects, causing echoes. The bat can tell from the echoes how far away the object is. This is called echolation. Some scientists think that bats became nocturnal to protect themselves from daytime animals. Other scientists believe that bats hunt at night so they do not have to compete with birds for food in daytime. So look, these are the bats. Yeah, so this is the bat. And it's coming in and out of the oak tree. It's on an oak tree. Look, it's on an oak tree. And it's clicking and clacking. And it's making noises so it can navigate where it's going. So with the noises that it hears, it knows if an object is far away or very close to him. Okay. Oh, look. The moon fades from set and the sun rises. The creatures of the night begin to sink out of their dens and burrows. The animals of the day stir from their sleep. Sunrise and sunset and nature's busiest hours. A young raccoon passes a window. A child comes to the table for breakfast. The two meet. Then each goes its own way. The night shift ends. The day shift begins. So look, now all the night animals are going to their dens, are in burrows to sleep, and now it is daytime. So, raccoon. Yeah, raccoon. We saw the boy saying hi, and now it's gonna go back to its den.
What's the raccoon? That's like a grandpa.
The end.